This week on Sailing Sweet Ruca.
So we're sailing upwind now into some pretty big chop and some pretty big waves. I don't know if you can hear the boat slamming at all, but there's not a whole lot we can do other than just kind of eat it right now and just continue to slog forward.
For those wondering about last week's video and whether we rescued the glove that went overboard, the results are in. It was indeed a successful man overboard drill. Now back to this week's video.
Welcome to Sailing Sweet Ruca. I'm Kate, this is Curtis, and Roxy the dog. We are two racing sailors that sold everything and refit a new-to-us monohull to sail around the world via Cape Horn. This week we finally break into the Furious Fifties, and the name doesn't disappoint.
Hey guys, we just did a pretty big gear shift. I'll show you up here what happened with the wind in just a second, but before I'll tell you what we did. We shook out all of our reefs in our mainsail. We now have a full mainsail, and we also furled our normal jib and we put our storm staysail on our inner forestay. So here's what happened. As you know, we were ripping downwind for the last 2 days. Well, if you watch the screen, you'll see there's a huge wind shift that comes through, and this is how we're hanging right now. So we've shifted basically directly upwind. There you go, there's that big shift that came through that you can see. So we're sailing upwind now into some pretty big chop and some pretty big waves. I don't know if you can hear the boat slamming at all, but there's not a whole lot we can do other than just kind of eat it right now and just continue to slog forward. What we're hoping is, as we head west here a little bit, that the conditions will eventually lighten, and then we can get back into a Gennaker, if we can, our big white G3, kind of a spinnaker, Gennaker type thing. And from there, we can kind of go around the west side back south. So this system should continue to curve. We should just be able to stay, keep our autopilot set for upwind right now and just ride this system right around the outside, and then we'll get a shift. The wind will shift again from the east back to the west, and then when that fills in, we should be able to keep reaching right on down to the Le Maire Strait, where then we can decide from there whether we go into the Beagle Channel or if we're going to once again go around the outside and go around the Horn before going in. Time will tell. We'll check back soon. For now, we're going to just hang out, maybe put a movie on, and there's not a whole lot we can do other than just sit here and beat upwind. Ciao for now. Oh.
I'm just gonna try it over the top.
Or could you cross sheet it?
That's what I'm gonna try to do.
Oh, okay. To gain a bit more speed and point a little better, we unfurled the jib outside of the staysail, even though we had previously torn the stitching to the leech cord. Any windier than this and we'd roll it back up as to not cause further damage. And indeed, windier it would eventually get.
Well, we get autopilot to drive in a straight line.
Yeah.
How's the leech look on it?
Hard to see from here. Well, it's definitely flapping around right now. Yeah, if we can drive straight, it feels pretty good, you know?
I feel like we need to ease the Maine a little bit.
Want me to go do that?
Yeah. We just gotta let them chillax for the moment. We got 113% polar boat speed.
Oops.
Definitely getting up there into the 100%. If it wasn't so weighty. All right, good move. That'll do for now. So you guys see Kate up there. She's up on the bow. It's probably 45 degrees outside. It's pretty cold and decently windy. There's spray coming over. She's in her foul weather gear. She could be downstairs sleeping in a bunk, but she's out there filming. For those of you that think that this is easy or an easy way to make money is, you know, filming sailing in a YouTube channel, you're wrong. But it is fun. We enjoy doing it, and we enjoy sharing it with you guys because this is some really cool stuff that I think really helps people find that, you know, they can get out there and they can do this and they can achieve anything that they want. They just got to keep working hard and setting their mind to it. So that's what Kate's doing right now. Thanks for all those that contribute to this and help with the cost of cameras and boat fuel to process these videos. We've got to make electricity in order to process it, which requires motor time and maintenance, and there's a lot to it. It would probably take us half the time to accomplish everything that we did, maybe a quarter of the time if we didn't make videos. So I think that you know, we're doing a good job. So anyway, back to Kate.
Cape Hatteras or bust, baby! We're in the roaring 40s and we're almost to the Furious 50s. Woo! So glad the sun is out.
Should we make some breakfast?
Breakfast time! Kate's famous bacon and egg sandwich. Woo! That's the real reason I'm here. Time to do another strip down.
So now you've got to take off all the wet foul weather gear and then rinse the cameras.
Yeah.
And that's what you have to do every time you come in and out of this boat, huh?
Oh yeah. Yep. And then once they're dry, I go and charge them. And then once, probably either once a day or once every 2 days, I clear the memory cards, depending on how much battery we have on the boat. And yeah, it's surprisingly there's not that much downtime. And everything seems to take twice as long because you only have like one hand as you hold on and try not to fall over so you don't get hurt. Got a few bruises already, so.
Like, sailing is its own job that could be handled by dedicated people, and then filming could at least be one dedicated person. Cooking could be a dedicated person.
Yeah, so.
And editing could be a dedicated person. So really, you could have an editor, a chef, a film person, and then at least 1 or 2 sailors. So really, 5 to 6 crew really would be is the load that the 2 people are doing.
Yep. So I'd say we're doing a pretty good job.
Plus, there's all the boat maintenance and everything in port. That all the rigging, all the sail repairs, bottom fiberglass work, painting. So all of these are normally
Dog walker.
Yeah. Oh, actually, that's interesting that you mentioned that, adding the dog to it, because taking care of Roxy is really a dedicated job.
Yeah.
All right, we'll let you get back to work. Thanks for telling us what's going on.
Yep, it's gonna be probably be in the kitchen here for, I'm gonna imagine, another 40 minutes by the time I take my stuff off and get everything cooked and make some more coffee water. It'll be another 45 minutes or so here in the kitchen, so taking everything nice and easy. All right, back to it. Ooh.
It's okay, baby. Doesn't have to be perfect egg.
Too bad, it's gonna be perfect anyway.
Looks great.
Woo. All right, for breakfast this morning, we've got bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches. This is the Cape special. We're heading upwind. It's starting to get colder, so we've got some awesome breakfast sandwiches to warm us up. Curtis's favorite.
Gimme, gimme. Yeah. Oh, look at that.
A little bit tricky watching the bacon grease while the gimbal is flying up and down, but luckily came out unscathed. Time to eat. Oh yeah. Wait till you try it. See you later.
it's time to set the sails again and get moving south. It looks like we're going to encounter some pretty heavy weather as we come upon the Lemaire Strait, which is the very tip of South America at the end of Argentina. So I think we're going to start out with just our staysail, and we're probably going to work our way down in reefs and maybe even get into the storm jib. We'll see what happens here. It looks like it's going to be a lot of cold, wet work to round the tip of South America here. So let's get started. Calm waters.
Well, we're looking at sunset on day 6. Pretty much no wind all day.
It's
And
day
we've
7.
got, it's day 7.
At least. Okay, 4th,
What's the 11th,
5th,
right?
6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 7th.
Okay. We are...
It might be 8. It's 8 if you don't count the first, if you count the first day.
Anyways.
So I would just say,
Alright, we've been motoring all day and there's super calm waters. And now we're about to watch the sun go down. Pretty cool out here. How we can have giant mountainous waves to smooth, calm swells. Take a look.
everybody at home. We are just coming up on 52 degrees south right now, and the sun is going down. It was a beautiful, beautiful day. The water here just completely became glass calm with big rolling waves in it. The wind died, we motored a lot, but it's been good. We've charged our batteries, we've turned the heat on, we've dried the whole inside of the boat. We also had a chance to dry off all of our foul weather gear, wash some things, which is really nice. But now we're preparing for a little bit more weather to come. It looks like a low pressure system is moving very close to our destination, which is the Lemaire Strait, and the wind is going to build a lot from the west. So we could see gusts of exceeding 40 knots, if not maybe 50. At least one model says that. I'm not quite sure. Last time the GFS model said that there were gusts into the 50s. We only saw the 30s. So we'll see how it goes, but we will take the appropriate caution. We do have our storm jib ready to go, and we do have all of our reefs ready to go in the Maine. And we're just going to keep our number 3 jib and number 2 jib put away for right now, and use the storm staysail and the mainsail should hopefully carry us home. We're probably going to need quite a bit of deck work with the reefs, as we're likely going to go from a full mainsail all the way down to at least a third reef, maybe a fourth reef, depending on the conditions, which when we do have to reef in those conditions, those are going to be pretty challenging because it's going to be blowing upwards of 25 into the 30s. So we'll see how that goes. We're going to have a good time, and we should be around the Mare Strait sometime tomorrow afternoon, we hope. We'll keep our fingers crossed and see how this goes.
Tell us what weather you're just looking at on this beautiful day.
Well, we just got a new weather update in, and the breeze is filled in also, and there's a lot more information. Actually, today a lot is going on. You can see over here are two lows with two fronts, another big front, a low down here, a low here, and then a high over here. Yeah, there's
And we're in the middle.
a whole lot going on weather-wise. We're right here. But these synoptic charts are actually really nice that PredictWind is doing now. They didn't used to do these. The nice part is it's all in one place, especially down here where the weather information is much harder to find than it is back in the States. Here we are, this little dot. These are our previous recommended routes. As you can see, we went a little bit to the west of all of the recommended routes. That's just because we have a feeling that we're going to be sailing more upwind, which we are right now, and we want to have a little bit better angle, and we're not so time sensitive that we have to take the ultimate fastest route. It's not going to kill us to go a few extra miles and be a little bit more comfortable. Right now we're currently routed to a small anchorage right here on the tip. What we're probably going to do is go around this tip right here, and then about right here decide whether we're going to continue this way or go hide up in an anchorage over here. So let's go ahead and play that weather out and see what happens. Looks pretty windy down there. So, important thing I want to run over with you really quick, babe.
Let me turn this off.
No, you can leave it on if you want. You know, this is a prevailing current, right? That's coming up like this, right?
Uh-huh.
So, with 20 knots against a 4 to 8 knot current, right in here, in each side here, where it's a little bit shallower, they can have up to 30-foot overfalls, which are giant standing waves. Enough to, you know, roll a boat, sink a boat. Like a 30-foot vertical wall of water, basically, can happen in there. So you remember some of those like small overfalls and stuff that are a few feet, like that we went through in Maine. These are ones that we cannot go through. Remember when we entered, it was one of the big canals, and like we went right through a wave, like water came over the whole front of the boat.
Cape Cod.
Yeah. That's a standing wave from current, right? Well, imagine that times like 10. So anyway, we've got to go through this with the wind is this way, then we've got to go through with current going this way. So we need to do it on an ebb tide, and so we need to do that between about 10 p.m. tonight and about 4 a.m. Right now we're poised to get there right at 10 p.m.
Tonight?
Yeah,
Oh, so that gives us time.
which is perfect to go through there.
Bye-bye.
We just had a wave break over the whole boat. All is good, but conditions are definitely building a little bit. Autopilot's still driving pretty good. He recovered excellent actually from the breaking wave.
Tell us your thoughts right now, Kate.
Well, it's starting to get cold. I woke up with a sore throat last night. And so the solution is to get warm and check the weather. Those are my thoughts right now. And also figure out when I'm going to take Roxy for a walk. If I could take the sleeping bag out on deck and poke my feet through, that'd be pretty nice. Oh well, maybe next time.